Hello, Leos. I'm Gemstone from www.tarotforhealing.com. Now, before I get into your reading, I wanted to tell you guys that I'm still doing my 2015 forecast readings. It's a personal reading, it's 24 cards, and it will go through specifically what is going to be coming up for you in 2015. If you're interested in that, you can look at my site and sort of read up about it. But I'm having an issue. Somebody told me recently um, that the payment button has gone haywire. It was fine before, but now there's an issue with it. It's not working properly, and I need to sort it out. And but in the meantime, what I've been doing is you can contact me directly. You can message me on my email address. I'm gonna put my email address at the bottom, and then you can just tell me that you're interested in a reading, and then we can kind of go from there. The other links on my site, except the 3 card one, all the other ones work. It's just those two, for some reason, they're just not working properly. So I'm just like always, Leo, I'm going to start off with your work and finances, then your personal life, and then your spiritual life. So what I see in terms of your work situation. Oh, and I'm going to pull an energy oracle card for you to serve as your advice card. And I'm also going to show the cards in this month's readings because people have been having a go at me about it. And I'm just like, okay, fair enough. I'll show you the cards. So for your work situation, the cards that came up is the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Then for you Leos that are in relationships, your cards was the first one was the Three of Cups and then the Four of Cups. For those of you that are single, your cards are the Ten of Cups and the Devil. And then for your spirituality cards, it is the King of Rods and the Hierophant. So what I see here, starting off with your work situation, with the Three of Swords, it means that for a lot of you guys, work has been an issue. It can mean that you are just feeling defeated at your job. For some of you guys, you might have felt betrayed by someone. You might have even felt like the job wasn't the way you thought it was going to be, or it's just a case of I feel like for some people, actually, now that I'm looking at this, and also I picked your energy oracle card, like looking at everything together, I feel like some of you guys have been really betrayed at your job. Like either there's somebody that is kind of backstabbing you, or someone that is like just doesn't have good intentions in your work. Maybe that person is giving you a hard time, but it just can be in a case of there is a sorrow, there is an upset, there's a disappointment connecting with your work situation. But what I really like is the card that showed up next to it, which is the Ace of Rods. The Ace of Rods lets me know that this energy of the Three of Swords was a past energy. So this might be something that you're going through now because it's still December, but it's almost like when January comes through, something better is going to be coming down the pipeline for you. Aces signify new beginnings, especially being that it's rods. This is almost like illumination. It's almost like something that comes down like from the heavens for you. I get that impression because in your first card and even in the second one, there's a lot of these clouds, things being unclear, things being foggy, things not being positive, and then all of a sudden you get the rays of the sun coming through the next card. So it's saying that you're going through a different phase. Something new is coming through that is almost going to sweep away the negativity that you've been currently feeling when it comes to your work. And this is something that is going to be a much better foundation for you. And it's almost like this signifies the beginning to something that can get even better with time. That's what I kind of feel with this card. So it really signifies some good changes when it comes to your work situation. For those of you that are in relationships, Leo, I can see that it's almost like something where they would have did where there was a sense of celebration. It's almost like it's come to you but you're not really certain whether you should be happy or pleased about it. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this card. It's like something that should have been a celebration. I don't want this to sound like bad or anything, but when I first look at the cards, it almost made me think of what you can experience sometimes when you are pregnant. Like, do you know, sometimes when you're pregnant, you well, if you're a guy, like, you've never been pregnant, or like, well, some people are female and they wouldn't have been pregnant before, but if you haven't, I'll explain it to you. That there can be this process where, not to say that this means that you're all Leos are going to be getting pregnant, but this is just an example. Like, it can be a situation, actually some might, but let me get into it. It could be a situation where, like, even when you find out you're pregnant, it's like you're excited. A part of you might be excited, but then a part of you might be like scared or concerned, or like, is this really what I want right now? Is this really the best time? Is it, like, it can be like, that's the kind of energy I'm getting from this card. It's something in a relationship that is positive, something that could bring about a celebration. Maybe it's that your partner is looking for um maybe to move things to the next stage. Maybe that's the celebration. Maybe you're celebrating an engagement. You're celebrating, it could have been a child, maybe news of a child. It could be it's something that should be positive, but then at the same time you're having reservations about it, you're having concerns about it, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, do I really want this new thing that is coming through? I'm not really sure about it. I have to think about it. So it's not a bad energy. It's just almost like it might be something that maybe comes as a surprise and you might not have been entirely ready for it. So yes, that's for the coupled um Leos. Now, when it comes to those of you that are single, I feel like some of you might have been grieving or mourning the ending of a relationship situation. Or but the thing that I'm kind of seeing with these cards is that it's saying that maybe you have come to a greater sense of understanding about that situation. Maybe you're in a better state to release it this month. If you did, like, recently go through a breakup, you can release it. You can sort of break free of the change. You don't have to be um still holding on to this person. So because I kind of feel that some of you might have been, you for some of you, I feel like you are really holding on to somebody else that and that relationship ended. And I think the only reason why you might be holding on to this person is because of sort of the ideas of a relationship with this person is what you're connected to. It might not have been that the relationship was all that good, but you might be almost like romanticizing the past, maybe in your mind thinking that it was better than what it really was. But it's saying that, you know, you have to kind of release this tie that you have with this person because it's just not healthy for you. So if that is what you're going through, like, and you're single, this is the time to kind of release anything, any kind of anything from the past. Release it and let it go. Even if it's something that you feel like isn't presenting an issue for you right now, like a clear obvious issue, I would still say that it's a good time to reflect maybe on things that have happened in the past, and maybe how ideas and things from previous relationships might be still affecting you right now, or might even affect your idea of what a relationship should be. This is a time where you can kind of get rid of them old ideals that aren't serving you when it comes to future relationships. And so this is it's a good healing period for you, I feel like, when it comes to that kind of aspect of your personal life. When I look at your spiritual cards, I feel like when I look at your cards, I almost feel like you are going to be that spiritual teacher. It's almost like you may have learned things, you have come into some wisdom, You maybe have somebody that you're learning from, or have something that you are learning spiritually. And to be honest, when I'm saying learning, it might not always come as literally sitting down with coming, learning from a book or learning even from a video. It's almost like I get this impression of you learning from your experience. You have the wisdom that you can now impart onto somebody else. And maybe you might be feeling like that, like this month. You might be the kind of person that all of a sudden, you just come out with all this wise advice to give to other people because of your own experiences. And when I look at this sort of Knight of Rods card, I feel almost like I think when I look at it, it's almost like I'm seeing that where you maybe were naive about something, now you're mature about it. So it's like you're moving into a greater sense of maturity. You might even be looking at your life in a more serious way. Maybe before things were sort of more fun and games and things was more like party and all that other stuff. Maybe it was a bit light-hearted about certain things. And now all of a sudden you're more serious about certain things. You're more serious about maybe the direction that your life is going in. It's almost like you want a change, or a change has taken place within you that has meant that you have become more mature and more serious about your life direction this month. So I like those cards for you. Now the interesting card was your energy oracle card, which is envy. And I don't know why, but to me, I'm feeling like this is connecting. Actually, I do know why. But I feel like this card is for those of you that are in relationships. I'm feeling like. I'm thinking, and I feel it could be a relationship, or but then again, it could be a relationship, or it could even be of the work situation, because I kind of felt there that somebody was going through a situation with somebody else was sort of causing them problems in their work. And so this could be that somebody else is being envious, showing envy towards you and giving you a hard time at your job, giving you stick. Or it could be a case of maybe envy is an issue in a personal relationship that you are in. But it's saying that this will be something that you may have to deal with this month. It might even be envy because of the fact, like I was seeing, that you're moving into a greater sense of maturity. It could be envy that other people are looking at you like, why are you different now? Why are you like this now? So some people might not like the changes that they see in you, Leo. And so you might be dealing with other people's energies that aren't supportive. So what I would say is, and I feel like for some of you guys, this envy could change the relationship that you have with certain people. Maybe people that have been in your life. You might be seeing that, I'm not like them so much anymore. So it might cause difficulties there. So yeah, something that you are gonna have to face and try and deal with this month. And what I think is so significant with this card is that almost like when you look at this part, she's kind of in this dark gray room, and then all of a sudden all this light is here. So that might be the envy, especially when it comes to your work, because something good looks like it's coming in for you. Some people might be envious that you're moving on to something better. Maybe they wanted you to stay in the same position, stay the same way you were, and now all of a sudden you're moving on, and people are a bit like, kind of. So yes, it's not pleasant, but we have to deal with these things. So that's your reading for January 2015, Leo. See you. Bye.